All right, venerable ladies and gentlemen, let's go on with our workshop. In this workshop, I would like to begin with the definition of a literature review. Okay, I use a book. This is used as our secondary course book, written by John Creswell. So on page 80, Creswell writes, a literature review is a written summary of journal articles, books, and other documents. So basically, um, to write a literature review, you may know that this is a section in chapter 2 of the research proposal. So to write a literature review, you need to summarize journal articles. You may summarize a chapter or a section in a book, and you may access other kinds of documents and summarize them. Put the summaries together, you have a literature review section. All these different documents focus on the same thing, they focus on the past and the current state of information on the research topic. In other words, literature review helps you, the researchers, understand your research topic very well by looking at the past and the present of the research study. Also, the literature review also organizes the literature into subtopics. This means that in the literature review section, you have several subsections. Each one has a heading. So each subsection discusses one subtopic. And at the end of your literature review, you just try to mention why your proposed study is necessary. You do so by identifying the research gap or maybe the literature gap. So in short, when you conduct a literature review, you need to read different kinds of documents, summarize them, put the summaries together. You end up with a piece of writing about the past and present state of your research topic. Creswell definition of literature review focuses on the product, which is the review of a lot of documents, a summary of them. And now let's look at how we can conduct a literature review. So on page 81, Creswell tells us to, identify the key terms. Key terms, in our research topic, there can be one or more key terms. Please note that there are also synonymous terms. So make sure we can think of those synonyms as well. We need to use those key terms and synonymous terms to locate literature, to look for journal articles, for example. Please note the word literature here refers to articles, books, and other documents written about a particular subject or topic. So we need to use the key terms and related terms to identify articles, books, and documents that talk about our research topic. Of course, we can find so many of them. Um, can we read all? Uh, of course, we can if we have plenty of time. The problem is that we may not have that much time, so we need to evaluate those documents critically. We try to make sure that they are worth reading, they are related to our research topic, and then we just select only those most relevant documents to read. Okay, we just read the most related, documents, books, and articles. Before we can read, we need to organize. We we just organize them into those that are very relevant, those that are so important to read, and we also have a bunch of articles that may not so relevant, but we feel that they may provide some information about our research. And finally, we have the product of our hard work, which is literature review. We got to write up what we have read. All right. I have just mentioned briefly the 5 steps in the process of conducting a literature review. Now, I would like to uh, talk more about each step and with examples if possible. Of course, before we conduct research, we have some ideas about the research topic. So we need to think about research topic. We narrow the topic down a little bit so that we can identify a few key terms. These can be one or two words or short phrases. For example, we may have this students related toward online learning. So the key terms and related terms can be online learning. Of course, it should be the key term. We also have related terms like e-learning, virtual learning. Okay, this is what you know so well, blended learning. And you may come up with others like synchronous online learning, asynchronous online learning, and many more. Please note that these terms and related terms will be used to look for journal articles and related documents. So this way, all these terms are called search terms because they are used to search for related, articles and documents. Now we proceed to step 2. We use the search terms to look for the articles shared in the internet. We can also use our traditional library. Um, you may not know that in our Access Center, which is our main library, we have one section, okay, for MA students. I'm afraid that um, you know uh, our students, year 3 students may not be allowed to enter that section. We call MA section. So now our MA section can be an example of the academic library. We should use both primary and secondary sources. Examples of primary sources include those journal articles, okay, journal articles. Secondary sources includes the following here. We have summaries, encyclopedias, dictionary, glossaries of terms, and others. So use both primary and secondary sources. Now, we need to evaluate the sources critically while we are selecting what to review. To review here means to read. Okay, we need to ask ourselves, uh, you know, if each source, each one is a good, accurate source. Accurate means it doesn't contain wrong information. Is the article relevant to our research topic? Creswell suggests four kinds of relevance. The first one is topic relevance. In other words, you may ask if the article is related to our research topic. Second, individual and site relevance. Individual here refers to the research participant. If you're interested in research conducted, on uh, undergrads, so other research that were other research studies that were conducted on undergrad students could meet this criteria, individual relevance. Site refers to the place where people conduct research. If you conduct research by collecting data from our students, so your research site is our department, the Department of English. This research site is a kind of higher education institution. Next, we have problem and question relevance. So for the articles, we may ask if the article discusses the research problem that we want to examine, or the article also tries, to answer one or more of our research questions. Usually we have few. Last but not least, sometimes uh, we cannot review, a research article. For example, that research article meets the first three criteria: topic relevance, individual and site relevance, problem and question relevance. But it fails to satisfy the last criterion, accessibility relevance. That is, we cannot download from the website. Okay, we cannot find it in the library. You see, so we cannot have it. So we can't read it, right? We can't read it. So that's all for step 3. Then we move on to step number 4. After we have downloaded a lot of articles, we need to organize, those articles and documents. Um, Organizing literature includes reproducing. For example, we can make a copy. If it is the hard copy, we can make a copy of that. So that's reproducing. For the soft copy, we can download, and then we need to file them. Uh, put similar articles in the same folder. Then, uh, after we have organized those articles, books, and journals, we can start reading. While we are reading, we should take notes and we should abstract those articles. I will come back to this for a moment. Um, Now, everyone, I like to stop talking about the steps. I will continue later as I would like to take you back to step one. I like to demonstrate how you use step one, okay, and always step four. Um, and then we'll continue to talk about step five. Step five is very short, okay. We can just mention step five. It is short like that. But in reality, step five is the longest. Okay, so give me a second. You may ask questions while I'm uh, looking for something to share with you. Okay, um, venerables, ladies and gentlemen, have you got any questions? Okay, yeah, please look through. Oh, thank you very much, look through. Thank you. Thank you.